These four stud running backs had 10 1,000-yard rushing seasons, when 1,000 yards really meant something. They also combined for 10 Pro Bowl teams and a whopping 200 career rushing touchdowns. Larry Brown's last NFL season was 1976, and he only had 56 rushing yards. But he was the 1972 NFL Most Valuable Player, and he finished his career with 5,875 rushing yards, which was the 11th most all-time. From 1969 through 1973, Larry Brown was a workhorse. Despite only being 5 foot 11 inches and 195 pounds, he finished in the top 4 for most rushing attempts in the NFL each year. John Riggins played out his option with the Jets and signed with the Redskins as a free agent on June 10, 1976. A free spirit, he was second on the 1976 team with 572 rushing yards. At his retirement, he was 4th place all-time in rushing yards. Riggins wasn't much of a blocker during his 5-year Jets tenure, and that didn't change during his 9-year Redskins stay either. They got him for his bruising running style and uncanny speed for a man who weighed 230 pounds. Melvin Hill was a star with the Dallas Cowboys right out of the gate in 1969 when he was the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year and made first-team All-Pro. Hill played for the Hawaiians of the World Football League, and when that league folded, he signed with Washington as a free agent on April 3, 1976. Like Riggins, Hill was big and swift. Scat-back Mike Thomas was the NFL's 1975 Offensive Rookie of the Year, and he was the Redskins' leading rusher in 1976 as he cracked the 1,000-yard mark and finished 8th best in the NFL. The following year, he'd also lead the team in rushing, and he put up a respectable career rushing total in addition to being a high-quality receiver out of the backfield. In Week 14 at Dallas, the Redskins defeated the Cowboys 27-14, and this victory locked up the NFC wildcard entrance to the playoffs. They finished with 10 wins and 4 losses, 2 wins more than in 1975. A key to those additional wins was the procurement of running backs John Riggins and Calvin Hill, as they combined for 873 rushing yards in support of Mike Thomas's team-leading 1,101 rushing yards. The Redskins ran the ball 104 times more in 1976 than in 1975 for 359 more yards. The divisional playoff game was held in Minnesota on December 18th. It was a warm day, 31 degrees. The Redskins could not run the ball effectively, as they could only muster 75 yards on 18 attempts. They threw the ball 49 times. In 1976, if you had to throw the ball 49 times, you were going to lose. In 1981, the Redskins had a group of running backs that rivaled their 1976 outfit in terms of star power. The Diesel, John Riggins, was still around. Former Cardinal star Terry Metcalf returned to the NFL in 1981 for one final season. Super slithery Joe Washington was also new to the Redskins in 1981, and hard-running Wilbur Jackson was winding down his fine career. Terry Metcalf was a dynamic multi-threat who was a 3-time Pro Bowl player with 3 years of 2,000-plus all-purpose yards. He could score from anywhere on the field at any time. Joe Washington led the Redskins in 1981 with 916 rushing yards. He was third in the Heisman Trophy vote in 1974 and fifth in 1975, but missed his entire 1976 rookie season due to a knee injury. In 1978, he was packaged in a trade to the Colts and led them in rushing yards his first 2 years there. He also led the NFL with 82 receptions in 1979. Wilbur Jackson was the 9th overall draft pick in 1974 out of Alabama. He had 3 years with over 700 rushing yards with the 49ers and garnered considerable trade value in 1980. The Redskins running backs in 1976 topped the 1981 group in both career rushing yards and rushing touchdowns.